World's one-year event was held a couple days ago, and we learned a bunch of new things that are going to be coming to Danish World. However, near the end of the stream, one of the admins of the Discord himself insinuated that Quo was missing something pretty big near the end of the stream.
And I'm not forgetting any single thing.
What the chat say with me? Halloween.
Chat, put down your pitchforks. Their Halloween will be coming to Dandy's World.
And obviously, this is huge news. This is massive. But that leaves a lot of questions. Is this going to be the next event in Danish World? As in, we're not getting an event for 4 months. And also, what is the Halloween event going to have? Are we going to have any tunes? Are we going to have any event currencies, new maps, new floor variants? What's it going to look like?
We will have Halloween, and we will have spooky tunes. Will Connie count as a Halloween character? No, she's technically a normal. She's an average tune. No event connection for Connie there. But she will probably be very happy that it is Halloween because she is a ghost.
None of that was talked about. We literally didn't get anything new. We learned literally nothing about the Halloween event other than the fact that it's coming. However, what if I told you that we actually do know more? We actually know quite a bit more. And although the 2025 Halloween event literally has nothing currently in place on the wiki, literally nothing, it just exists. There was supposed to be a Halloween event last year, and similar to that of the year-old Halloween event that Danish World had, Quell did something very similar in the middle of October last year. Let's check it out.
These 3 characters, I'm not going to show the designs because honestly, I don't think they're really as good as Connie's. I don't think they're really as interesting. And I think that next year when we do have a Halloween update, I'm probably going to change out the character roster. Now, I have
So, what the heck? So, she talks about she's going to reveal the names of the tunes, but they're not going to be on the next roster. But what if we learn something? What if we keep listening? Maybe there's something more that we can learn here.
So I will not show you these other characters because they're not coming, and I don't want to disappoint anybody because sometimes people will take any image that I send and they'll be like, oh guys, look at this character, and then people will be like really upset because they're like, oh, I really love that character. And I really don't want to disappoint anybody like that, so I'm not going to share these designs, sadly. But I will give you the names.
And I'll go ahead and save you the time. She ends up giving all the names of these scrapped Halloween tunes and gives a general rundown of what their designs are going to look like. So I thought we could go ahead and look at some of those designs to see if maybe, just maybe, there's a chance something along these lines still gets used. Or some type of inspiration, or maybe some type of homage. How do you say that?
Homage.
Maybe we'll give it some homage somewhere in the map. Maybe in a poster. So originally, there were supposed to be 3 other tunes that were supposed to come out in the 2024. Gee, hopeless. You've been a user for how long? You still can't speak. Sorry. With the only information of these tunes being that their names are Harvey, Countess, and Duke. So those were the 3 scrapped characters. And as you know, these characters will likely be removed from the character roster from the 2025 Halloween event, since Quell thought their designs weren't interesting enough. Which sucks, because there's still plenty of time to change that. They still might. But from the sounds of their names, it can be assumed who and what they were intended to be. Harvey could be intended to either be a pumpkin or a scarecrow, since her name refers to harvesting. Countess could be intended to be a female tune themed around vampires, due to Countess being used to refer to female vampires. And finally, Duke, who has no hint in their name, so it is unknown what they were intended to be based on. Had these tunes been finalized, they would have filled the blah, 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 blah. That doesn't matter anymore. So with that being said, that's all we really know about Halloween. Literally, that's it. But considering how awesome this community is, I'm going to take a look at just a handful of OCs in regards to the Halloween event. Let's go. These are by totally rubbish. However, let me tell you, my friends, these tunes are not rubbish at all. And this was posted a month ago. So this man has been marinating Halloween in his thoughts recently, but before the new event was even announced. This is just a dude that loves Halloween. So coming up first, we have Hattie, who's the common of the bunch, whose ability is called Candy Craze. When this tune uses any candy item, their movement speed is increased by 10% for 4 seconds. So pretty useless, but I think all the comments are supposed to be. I mean, all the comments are based on like 10% in some way in increments, so it's fine. Their trinket, candy basket, highlights all candy corn. Yeah, I mean, if anyone complains about this, that's like traditional trajectory of all the new common tunes that come out. And Twisted Hattie. I just realized that makes her eyes are through the... Why isn't she witchy? Her name could be... Okay. No abilities. Up next, we got Mitchell, who I'm assuming is Connie's boyfriend. His ability is called Incorporeal, which Mitchell turns invisible, making any Twisted chasing him lose interest and making him invisible for 5 seconds. That sounds vaguely familiar. Just sounds vaguely familiar. I don't know. Either way, one of the more uncommon Twisted you'll see, when he haunts a floor, he'll leave a slimy residue on machines, making it much harder to hit your skill checks. Extract with caution. That's fun. That's fun. I like this. Moving on, we got BB, whose ability is passive, where this tune will highlight any Twisted in range of herself. Makes perfect sense. I forgot the trinket. Veterinarian's hat increases skill check size by 50 units. That's fine. How big's the range, though? Is it like the aura range of like Astro and Pebble? That makes sense. And her trinket, I'm assuming it's a she, increases movement speed by 50% for 4 seconds when spotted by any Twisted. Ability does not stack. That's just like infinitely better than Poppy's ability. And that's a trinket too. That's so good. That's so good. But how often does it work? Every single time? Because you could purposely break line of sight and then re-get. Oh, that's fun. That's a good one. You know what? That's a good one. Twisted BB. This Twisted is a dangerous opponent. While moving much lower than other Twisted, she is very sensitive to sound, using it to hunt down her prey. It's advised to stand still when she's nearby, but you should probably run if she spots you. Fair enough. And I'm assuming this is the main, and it's playing into the Headless Horseman. His name's Jack, and he has 2 abilities. One, this tune adds a huge amount of completion to the machine he is working on, but its cooldown is 130. So that's 130. That's rough. But his passive reduces the cooldown. Wait. What? Oh my god! Wait, I wasn't even setting that up. That's fire. His passive reduces the cooldown of the tune's ability every time they complete a machine by 10 seconds. So eventually, the cooldown will not exist if you do 13 machine. I love that. Make the cooldown 200 seconds instead. I love that so much. His trinket decreases the amount of time needed to complete a machine by 3 seconds. Really fun trinket idea. What the heck? Decreasing the amount of time. And if that stacks with with your extract. Nah, man. Fire. And Twisted Jack, one of the holiday main characters of Danny's World, the loss of the only person he ever loved. Oh my god. That is morbid. And the crumble of its old self causes mental to snap. The raw fear he invokes into tunes causes their abilities to take longer to use while he inhabits a floor. Somebody give this guy a hug. So gamers, I want you guys to do me a favor on if you think there's going to be any inspiration from the scrap tunes in the game at all, or if you think they are actually just completely scrapped. Tell me if of those Halloween abilities you guys liked, and if you think the next big event is in you know, I should just end the video right now. Thank you guys for watching. I have done YouTube for 2 years and I still can't talk. Jeez.